we're not going live.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Put away your pina coladas and your shot wheel because it's time. We are back with another coverage, another episode of Below Deck Down Under. I am Captain Sasha. I am back with our chief entertainment officer, our mullet and buggies officer, Chappell. Welcome. We made it. Somehow we have made it to this week.
Sasha, we back, and yeah, I think I have a new costume for our reviews because that mullet and budgie thing, I could do that. I think I could pull that off.
Yeah, I listen, whatever you choose, because I think we're coming close to the end of all of this. So
Hmm.
they've got us to now 112 reviews. So we're
Okay.
zooming people. So I yeah, I do think that TikTok for you, it is time.
Yes, it's time. I'm ready. I'm excited. I got a few more crunches to do, but I think I'll be ready in
Yes.
time.
Great. So are we saying that you're gonna do it on like the last one? Like
I
when
think
it's the
so.
reunion? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to tune into the reunion episode?
If nothing else, I
Oh,
gotta man. I haven't made a costume in a while. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
it's time. It's time. You can send me. I'll send you some ideas too. As the Greek toga queen. But but we have so much to talk about. And also, we're obviously not live, so we miss you, chat. We just this time I had jury duty. What can I do? Okay. So we just have a lot going on, but we're still putting stuff out. And with that, few housekeeping things as well. Next week, should we announce it? We have a special guest coming on.
Okay. Who's coming?
Sharon Tharp is gonna be here.
Yes, everybody. Sharon Tharp is an icon. This is going to be so much fun. We know that she, follows Below Deck very closely. She's all
Hmm.
tapped in. This is going to be a great time. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited for her. We've been messaging about how I was too scared to ask her because I was like, is she too busy for us? I don't know. But turns out, no, she's happy to be here. So get excited. And we should be back at our regular time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays.
All
Allegedly, we
right.
will be back until you don't hear from us. I don't know. But with that, I think it's time we get into it, Chappelle. We started, this episode with the seizure. I think they said it was a seizure. And thank you
Mhm.
to everyone that has, that messaged us and wrote to us in the patron Discord. If you're not a patron, join. Chatting about how this probably is a seizure and that he will be okay. And turns out he was okay. Thank goodness. Everyone sprung into action, I think, fast, which is what saved him. And turns out this has happened before. Ooh, but
Yeah, I guess it can't be that abnormal. And we find out the crew is also trained in first aid, obviously,
yes.
and just emergencies. But they have to call a doctor to come out and to take care of this man. And so him and one of his other buddies, they go off to the mainland and they go get help, and eventually they're able to return. So good job here. It was very stressful for a bunch of the people. We saw Aisha was really struggling with some of this,
Yes.
but I'm very happy to find out that they're all okay.
Yeah, and they were a great friend group, right? Where one person said like, "Great, I'm going to go with him, go to the hospital." And with all of this, like one of the guests is crying, and I was like, "Oh, this must be really hard for everyone." And we also find out Aisha's brother passed away at
Hmm.
24 from I think he had a brain tumor, right? Or brain
He did.
aneurysm. And it's just that is so unfortunate. And what a, horrible way for that to come up for Aisha as well.
Yeah, she was obviously struggling with it. It's very sad. And she said her
Mhm.
brother had a bunch of seizures before as well, and so this kind of just hit close to home. But like I said, we're very happy that they're fine. It could have been way worse. And so everybody's blessed in the situation.
100%. And with that, right, they're gonna start back up, and so do we, because the wheel is back out now that Josh has gone to the hospital. They said, "Great, we're spinning again," and Margot has to be on with the drinks. And turns out Margot is a little too on with said drinks.
Yeah. Can we just go ahead and just break down the
Yeah, let's
Margot
do it.
of the episodes?
Yes. Yes.
Margot gets a text. Sasha, I wasn't expecting this. I'm not gonna lie to you. This Luke text really threw me off.
Yes, and for folks that maybe haven't watched this episode and are listening, Luke, right? Just again, folks, if you need to fast forward this, it's okay. But we're gonna talk about sexual assault really quick, unfortunately. But Luke was fired from the boat for assaulting Margot or for attempting to assault Margot on camera. This happened. So I have the text, Chappelle. The text said, "Hey Margot, please excuse my silence during this time. I was respecting your boundaries." No, if you were respecting her boundaries, you would have never done what you did. Okay?
Yeah.
But then says, "If you're willing, I would like to give you a call when you're free and let you hear my words. Kindest regards." Who wrote this? His lawyer?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it's like to save face. It doesn't feel very personal, you know?
Yes.
Kindness regards to like someone who you considered a friend at one time. I don't know if that
And
sounds like,
hooked up with. Like, how
yeah.
dare you? You're disgusting. And just Luke's shamelessness has no bounds. And I can't believe that poor Margot has to, put up with this. And I think she does end up saying, right, Chappelle, that she's gonna bury it deep inside, which the only way that she knows how, I think, is to drink to mask the pain.
Right. And I don't even know how Luke can atone for this kind of thing. Like, I want him to leave Margot alone, obviously. Like, leave her
Right.
alone. But, like, he's trying to apologize in a weird way. But then, this happened in real time. But then you and I sat on here and talked about, look at all the social media posts. And he's like acting like I'm the bad boy of the season and things aren't what they seem. Then what are these text messages about, right? Like, either you meant this or you didn't. And it's starting to feel like you didn't mean this. And this was just for TV.
That's what I'm saying. It's either TV or someone was like, "Hey, you need to like apologize so that she doesn't, press charges onto you."
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? You're caught on 4K HD TV. What are you
Mm-hmm.
doing, dude? And then to say, like, "Let you hear my words." What? He was very clear not to apologize.
Right. When you could have just led with that. Like, oh my God, I'm so
Hmm.
sorry, for what happened. Literally, that's the first sentence out of your mouth. You haven't talked to this person since the day it happened. Start off with that and then see if they want to talk to you. But you need to be very clear that you are apologetic and then you also, like take responsibility for what you did.
Yeah, and he's admitting guilt. I think that's unfortunately what's going on here. And he's a piece of shit. He's going to stay a piece of shit. And like the shit, we're going to flush him down the toilet because turns out this is going to bring up a lot for Margot, which I feel like that is the most normal reaction is for a lot to come out. But she does say that she doesn't want to share, and share her burden and burden more folks, right? They've already kind of stood up for her, helped her out, so she doesn't want to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she starts having a shot here, polishes off a pina colada there, right? And then she's drinking a little more and a little more and a little more. And then, we even hear her saying, right, "This is the best thing I've had in a long time. It's a pina colada."
Yeah. It's not that good. I mean, y'all drink basically every episode for the most part. I think it's more like this feeling of relief where she's able to kind of release that Luke stuff
Hmm.
from her mind. It's probably like the endorphins are probably there. She's probably feeling very good in that moment to not have to carry that because she's using that alcohol to bury it. But
Yep.
she going in, Sasha. I mean, she basically cleans the pina colada thing. Aisha says like she sent it down there, and then when she went back down there, it was empty. And so
Yep.
this is not great. I know you had told me before that people had gotten in trouble and gotten fired for drinking on the boat.
Yep. Yeah, for drinking, for drugs, like all kinds of things. So again, she then starts, I feel like, acting really weird with Cheffy, right? Where I'm just like, Cheffy's like, "Can you taste this?" I just like, "It's so good. It's amazing." Da, da, da. And I'm just like, "What happened? What? Are you all right?" And then Aisha says, "I smell the alcohol on you." Oh,
Look, somebody who has been drunk around people, that is always my biggest fear. Is like, do I smell like I'm like, like you feel like it's coming out of your pores, like
Ooh.
it's definitely in your mouth for sure. Obviously you got it on your breath, but
Yeah.
when you're drunk, you could smell that all over you. It's like you sweat out all of those random like toxins and it comes out in like alcohol scent. And this is your boss. This is definitely not the right person to be drunk around.
100%. And this is where I do believe Aisha does the right thing, right? Because Aisha's like, listen, I'm noticing that you're a little bit off. What's going on? And she's like, yeah, there's a lot going on with me, and I'm kind of drinking the pina colada, which I was like, how can you admit it, right? At least you didn't lie, I guess. But
Mm.
Asia's like, did you have quite a bit of it? Because I can smell it on you. And she's like, Asia, is just so good. And she's, I don't want you to drink your problems away. But Loki, she has to tell on her. And I was like, another firing? You must be joking.
Oh yeah, Sasha, I thought this was it. I thought we were losing Margot too. And if we lose Margot, yeah, it's her fault. But it does feel like, again, this is Luke's fault. Luke, leave her alone. Like,
Mhm.
damn, you already then climbed in this woman's bed, been inappropriate with her, and now those that trauma is starting to ripple effect through her life. And
Yes,
and now that you're texting her,
exactly.
she's drinking at the job. It's like she is responsible for her actions, yes, but a lot of this has been caused by the effects of that situation with Luke, and so I really didn't want her to get fired here. I don't want anybody to get fired normally, but especially in this situation, because it feels like, damn, she's going through a lot right now, and she just needed something to kind of help her cope.
Yeah, and I feel like Asia does a really good job kind of explaining that to Captain because she's like, listen, I am concerned. I smell alcohol in her breath, and she's like, the pina colada was not finished before Marco. I'll just say that. But then she does say she's also, I think, going through a lot and she's kind of using alcohol as a crutch. So again, Captain Jason was so even keeled and he's like, just take her off service for now, especially with
Hmm.
these guests. And then let's go from there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, and he pulls it to the side and he does the Captain Jason thing. Captain Jason feels like he's always stern but fair. Like
mm-hmm.
sitting her down and saying that. Of course, he doesn't want to, be mean to Margot either, but he
Yep.
has to say the words. And she looked drunk too. She's wearing like that half the luau
Yep.
outfit. She's got her glasses on. Ma'am, it looks really bad. And so maybe you need to go sit down
Yeah.
somewhere. But I think they let her continue the service, right?
They do, because I think once he talks to her and he's like, are you good? Are you good to do with the service? She does say yes. So
Mm,
it is what it
yeah.
is, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's really it with these people. Like we do have the island again, the shrinking island, which equals drama, but I feel like we didn't even get any footage of them, like the guests on the island. And that's when the pina colada stuff happens. And we do get a Hawaiian dinner, which is like chill party vibe. We get the fried rice in the pineapple. The food looked really good, must say.
Yeah. Anytime you tell me there's pineapple involved, I'm there. Give me pineapple,
Mm-hmm.
coconut. I know you like a good
Yeah,
coconut as
Coke.
well.
Yeah.
Like we're in there. But this is Cheffy's on in her bag again. That she does surf and turf really well, and I think that really plays
Mm-hmm.
well for a yacht in general. And so this Hawaiian thing was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's a boys trip. So, it's gonna be pretty like standard, nothing crazy as far as, like the theme. We'll see the girls trip later on, and that's when people really start to unleash.
A mess, right? And I must say, they were crazy when they were on, but we have just seen much worse happen. Like again, tell me if I'm
Hmm.
wrong, everyone, but I just feel like everyone is going to bed after food and that's it. But
Hmm.
no, where's the drama? Where is the people jumping off the boat? Where are the people, being loud and obnoxious and fighting or hooking up or, messing around in the jacuzzi? Like, please get net producers. Y'all gotta get guests that don't fall asleep at 1 a.m.
Yeah, these were gentlemen of a certain age, it seemed. And so they looked like they had had their
Yes.
fun and it was time for them to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of tame. It really was. We did see some flirting, though, going on the boat with, what was it? I think this is when Jamie and Culver are really starting to flirt a lot. And then, I got to bring it
Mm-hmm.
up. Your
Yeah.
boy Joal and Cheffy. Now, look, galley girls, galley guys, the crew here,
Peanut Gallery. Yes.
the peanut galley. Listen, I I'm not here to say I told you so, but Sasha, the man is a changed man. Okay.
He's not changed. He just happens to be a man with a pulse, and Cheffy
he,
needs attention.
he is a changed man, and everybody
Zarina
is picking
said
up on
she
it.
wants attention.
She do want attention, and she's getting it. Look, and even Aisha is supportive here. She's not too bad. Um,
Aisha said you're an idiot, but we're all idiots.
but we're all
Queen.
idiots sometimes. And look, I
Yes.
don't know. I have to disagree with Aisha. Um, because Joel seems like a good guy, and him and Cheffy are bonding. So you have Jamie and Culver who are bonding as well. And that's good for Zarina because she needs to get over the Culver thing. That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but over these 2 episodes, Sasha, like I said, I'm not here to tell you I told you so, but
It's
I'm
okay.
kind of
The thing
shipping it.
is,
I'm
you
loving it.
didn't have to deal with the crazy, you know. So you weren't with me in the trenches.
I wasn't
You
shooting in the
weren't
gym.
shooting the gym. You don't know. You just got to see him at his NBA prime, but not when he was
No.
breaking ankles. Literally, so like, please. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm not mad at it. I do think it's messy because now that her friend is gonna watch all this back, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we really like Joao is loving the crew."
Literally,
Hey,
the crew. Yeah.
yeah. So it's too much. But I'm not mad at her. I think Cheffy's very honest, and she's even like, "Let's keep it casual." And Joao is like, almost drowned in that, so he's ready. He's like a casual. So they hook up. Yeah, I mean, not hook up. They can't. No, they hook up. Yes.
They hook up.
Episode
Yeah.
1, they're flirty, but then at the night out, she said, "Don't embarrass me," which is like been there. And then
I was
she
about to
just
say,
kisses him.
I was about to say, don't you know that feeling of like, oh, I'm about to do this stupid thing. Please don't make me look like a dumbass.
Oh my
Y'all,
god. And
Sasha
she's
laughing
just
way too hard.
like, listen, when I went to Vegas with my college friends, a lot of things, came back up. A lot of memories. While we,
Mm.
laid in bed for most of the day. But it is what it is. Y'all, I will say again, Zarina said blame it on my, vagina. And I think that's valid. Zarina says she would like attention and she gets it from him. And it's for the most part positive attention, right? Like it's not negative. They just have like cute banter. And the only thing I'll give you, Chappelle, is that I love this kind of mean banter. Like I was like, that's what I like. But but the thing is, do you know that is Joao is being funny or if he's being
Nah,
serious?
he is. He's being funny. Do you know if Zarina's being serious and funny? She called that man a
And
slut,
what?
and then she said she was seasick the next morning when she didn't want to admit that she liked him. I was like, yes, Cheffy, that ain't seasickness. That's butterflies.
No. That's seasickness. The anchor was dragging. That wasn't down.
No, no, the anchor didn't stop her from talking about how beautiful his thing is.
Woo! She really said your dick and I will be best friends.
She called it beautiful,
Which I was
lady.
like, wow, it must be like, but
She
you know what,
whipped.
crazy people, it checks out.
She whipped. She whipped. There you go. That's all it
Yeah.
is. You got yeah. She got a taste, and she like, oh yeah, I need some more of that. And so
She's like, not you. If only that wasn't connected to that.
nah, she seems like she likes all of it. This is the cutest thing I've seen on Below Deck thus far. They are like stealing glances at each
Stop.
other all day, aren't they? When they get back, they can't even. They're grinning at each other, giggling and stuff. Like y'all already did it. What are you laughing about now? Now they're like little
Because I want to
kids.
do it some more.
Well, they did it a bunch of times according to Joao. He's like,
I
yeah,
was
we got
like,
to know
go
each
to
other.
bed, weirdo.
No, they were never going to
And
bed. These people,
more
yeah.
and more.
I'm pretty sure she said she was in pain too the next day. That she was sore.
Yes. Which, like, girl, she probably haven't in a while. That's all. No. No, listen. Who am I to drag? Okay, my girl was fulfilled, maybe more full than normal.
Yeah.
Maybe she's used to, and I think that yeah, probably being with a crazy human like that, it will get you in a blender. So she's not wrong, and good for her for being fulfilled. And you know what, Joao, you did a good job that
Yes.
you fulfilled Cheffy.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that Sheffy.
I'll give him that.
I'm happy for Sheffy too. I'm happy that she found love in a hopeless place. You know, she's
Yes.
in love,
For
and
hopeless, yes. Bold italics underlined.
she found love, and this is a good thing. We support love here. Love, we love love. And so very happy
Yes.
for Sheffy and Joel, my dog. I see you. I see you out here. I knew it. I believed in you.
It was crazy. I can't. I just love how she said, "Don't embarrass me," and just goes in for the kill. He did not know what to do. He's like,
Right. Because he
"Oh, I'm
he
here
had
all
been
night. This is
trying. Yeah. He had been trying to shoot a shot. Even like, what
yes."
if we were to, and she like, but my homegirl, the women in these episodes were really taking some L's. Like the look, let just take you through a journey here. The boys' trip, they came, they had a nice peaceful colada. It was nice. They went to
Peaceful.
sleep. Yeah, they were good on their best behavior. Look, and then Luca shows up. He says, I'm kind of liking Jamie, but guy code, I can't get in the way of Culver. He steps out of the way. Look, Jamie didn't care
You're
nothing
telling
about
me
girl code.
if Jamie wasn't giving Luca a little bit of something, he'd be like, "Okay, got it. I'm in."
Listen,
She tapped in.
he said that's Culver's area, that she's got her dude. I'm not gonna impose on that. Look, Jamie came in, she's like, I need to get look, I like Culver's attention too. She stepped all over the girl code, and then Zarina was supposed to be looking out for her home girl at home, but she done stepped over the girl code too. Aisha told her not to be an idiot, and she stepped over Aisha. Look, these girls just don't believe in the code, Sasha. What's wrong with y'all?
The thing is, right, men view women as property.
Oh,
Okay.
here
So
we
you
go.
are correct, actually, that men will let go because they're like, oh, that car is not mine. I shouldn't sit in it. Just like that, they see the women.
No, see, the women are like, this car belongs to me because it's
No,
mine
women
and I
see
want it.
women are like, oh, men are human beings. So they are able to be multitudinal and dimensional. So we are
Come
able to
on.
build.
Uh-huh. We're going to talk about how dimensional the women were in the second episode when they start fighting over lactate pills.
And what? We support women's rights and right. No, I'm just kidding. I have something for that, Sarah. Just you
Get
wait.
her. Get her.
Just you wait. The only Asian woman?
What? You seen it? I seen it too. I was like, so,
Mm.
okay. Anyway, we'll get there.
Well, just hold on to your horses, everyone. Woo! But no, it's fine because we have some good romance. Now we're going to cringe romance, okay? Because
Mhm.
Sheffy and Culver, right, are are being a little. Let's get some food into you, Culver. I guess we're friends again because now that I have Joao on the side, you're just, whatever. They're having a little moment, and Sheffy's like, if you ever need Culver, he's always in the kitchen blah 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 while seizure is happening. And then Jamie goes, "You went to see Zarina instead of me? And what? What? You didn't check on me?"
I mean, she's
I
making some
love this.
points.
She's stronger than me because I would never admit this and
Oh,
ever.
yeah. She making some points though, Sasha. I mean, you gotta admit, man, like this it's all tense and everything's falling apart, and you run to the chef when I'm right here.
He's
Okay, okay.
useless. That's the thing. Why are men? And that is Culver's tagline. Because all he cares about is food. He's like, wait, now there's two more plates that you cooked that don't need to be served. So can I eat them both?
I
He don't care
mean,
about
ultimately,
Jamie. He said
he do
food.
care. He cares about her. That's why he goes to his boss, his friend that everybody loves, Joel. Even
His
he likes him.
enemy. He literally was like,
They are
he good at the computer. Why are you talking like
yes.
you're a
He,
zoomer?
he look. he don't want to admit it, just like you. But Joel's a good guy, and so he's like, Joel, can you help me? Because Culver is about to now ask Jamie to be his girlfriend. Look at this man
This
caring about her.
cringe central. Okay. And as someone that this would work on me, I want to make that very clear. I'm fine
Mhm.
to hold my ridiculousness on a sleeve, but they have known each other 2 minutes and he would like to make it official.
And she said
Nothing works, ladies. Make sure
she
you make her feel
she
so uncomfortable. And you have to be hot like Jamie, of course, unfortunately, because the brain ain't brain selling. But neg them a little, they're gonna come to you. Ignore them a little, they'll come crawling back with an essay written on the card, baby. So you know what? City
look
girls up 10 here
is
because
are they up? Because
they are
she like
up.
I hate this. This is corny. You 30 years old. I don't want to check yes or no. What box you check, babe? You check yes, didn't you?
Who else
Okay.
she got going
Okay.
on?
It don't matter. It don't matter. City girls is locked down.
No,
Some hot
listen.
girl summer's over.
Hot girl summers, exactly. We gotta get into cup it
it's
season.
over. Yeah, she got cuffed up, but and she don't even like this dude like that, and she can't even admit it.
She really doesn't. It's so funny. She's like, "How are you 30? The only thing I want to check is a corona test." Jamie, Jamie looks
Stop it.
so good, by the way, and to like end
Yeah.
up with this, I don't
Yeah.
understand.
All the women on this show are so attractive.
Oh my
And I
god, I
yeah,
know.
I was like, look, everybody's so beautiful. I'm so happy for them. But at the same, and look at them all finding love. Jamie obviously in love with Culver, the love of her life.
Love,
Lorena,
love.
Lorena,
She is
she checked
embarrassed
yes.
by that man.
She ain't that embarrassed. She went and showed all her homegirls. Look, y'all, he checked. I checked yes. And po Aisha in a damn blender. She's so messy. She's like, yes, I'm so happy for this. I was like, Sasha, sit down somewhere.
And she runs to Culver. I was like, "Oh, okay, I really should change my personality.
You're like, is this me? Is it me?
Am I the drama?" Because I think, yeah, I feel like that's what I would do. I would just run and be, "You have a girl."
Right. And
Remember
then,
10 minutes ago when I tried to do this to
yeah, literally.
you?
Um,
What is wrong? But anyway, it's sweet. But you know who also had a sweet moment? Aisha years ago. Again
mhm,
on this when Joao was on the boat, but they held up a sheet for her and they spray painted it on the sheet. That said, "Will you be my
mhm.
girlfriend?"
Yeah. Uh, I thought this was sweet. And I think Jamie is just trying to save face because she likes this man, just like how Zarina's
Mm.
trying to change save face because she likes that man. And all these women are in a
I don't
blender
know
because
about
they in
next
love.
week.
Right.
Next,
Okay. Let's talk about the preview, Sasha. Now,
yes.
what happens here?
It looks like my girl is like, but Luca over there
Right.
maybe is a little bit more my type. So let me start with a selfie because if a girl wants to take a selfie with you for no
Mhm.
reason, you've gone to that beach every day. And
Right.
girls, I believe, would rather have you take pictures of them, right? Like to be like, "Oh, I'm at the
Mhm.
beach. Look at me, take my picture." But no, if she's trying to take a selfie with you,
Yeah. Yeah. Been
hmm.
been on that side of the camera for sure. Definitely been like, what was that about? When we start taking pictures together? And then I think in the preview it looks like she disappeared and they were looking for her.
Yep.
They're like, "Where's Jamie?" I'm like,
Mhm.
if she better not be with Luca, I know that much.
City Girls up 1,000
We
after
ain't even
this.
got to that episode yet. We don't even know. Stop it. Stop
I
it.
hope, I
The
hope,
shenanigans,
I hope
Sasha.
she says, "Culver, remember what you did to Cheffy? Well, now I'll do it to you."
That hey, honestly, that's real. Like if you have not learned nothing else from this show, how you get them is how you lose them a lot of times. And so if there's
Yes.
some shady stuff going on, you can't put that past nobody involved in that relationship.
And we still haven't seen the Margot, Joao kiss.
Yeah, which interesting.
That dog.
Uh,
He
look,
sucks.
He is innocent until we see otherwise. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, fine. I'll let it go. But of course, it doesn't stop here, right? For Jamie and Culver, because then they all come back from their night out, and the boys are like, "Yeah, mullets and budgie night, da da da, speedo time," and Jamie's like, "You're an idiot. Like, I'm trying to go in the bed with you, and you would rather be at the freaking in the hot tub with your boys." I am not a loving person. So for me, I was like, what did Culver do wrong? I would
Right.
be
We're
like,
both
yes,
like,
I get
go
time
party.
away.
Yeah, we're both like, go party, have your fun. This boy is an idiot, and I'm not saying that in a
Yeah.
mean way to Culver. I'm just saying like he a goofball. So
No.
look, because I
Exactly.
too would have been partying.
Yeah,
But
and I would have
I
been
think
like, Goodbye. We had a good night." Like, see you
yeah,
when I
it,
see
it
you.
it felt like she still was like, I want more attention, and the fact
Yeah.
that you want to run off and go be Culver with your boys, it's like, yeah, I don't want that right now. Like you just signed up to be my boyfriend. That means you got to be my boyfriend. And so I'm like, but you knew who he was before you checked yes. You knew he was the
Exactly.
chief
He's
entertainment
a
officer for a
CEO.
reason.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
So yeah, eventually he leaves the hot tub. They're like, could you go? You might want to go check on your girlfriend. He's like, oh damn, I gotta go. Bye.
Well,
So
you remember he didn't pay, so they take turns, right? They get a $17,000 tip, which is good from from the boys' trip, and looks like everyone has paid at a night out except Margot. According to what Harry said, at least, right? It sounds like Margot hasn't paid, unless I'm completely wrong, but I don't think Margot is paid. So Margot, Luca, obviously, but Luca's new. Culver has not paid and Jamie. So Jamie said, "Nah, I'll pay this time." And Culver's just hiding from the check. Deliver me from broke bitches.
ah, he look, and the best part is that why you acting broke? We know you got the money. You know what I'm saying?
We
Like
have
you
the
just
same
we had the tip
money.
meeting, right? We had the tip meeting. We know you got it. So what's
That's
up?
crazy. And then he plays dumb, right? He's like, "I don't know what's going on. What happened? Oh, let me figure it out." No, you just didn't want to pay. You're broke.
He just
You're
didn't want to
broke.
pay. And
Stay away
and
from
this
boys like this.
Jamie, is
What
this
did
who you
Cardi
lay
B
with?
say? Broke boys don't
I know,
deserve.
I know that's right. Is what she said. I know that's right. Look, I, I can't defend you here, Culver. This was tacky. This was a bad move, man. Because everybody sees you hiding from the check. That's the worst thing in the world. Like if you ain't got it, let everybody know up front you ain't got it. But we saw you get that because they got what 17K for the tip, and so they
So
divided
1,000
it.
something each. Yep.
Yeah, and so you got at least a little. You could cover tonight's bill. It'll probably be
And it was
high,
like
but it ain't that high.
300. No, I think we heard
Right.
it. It was like 300, which I was like, that cheap. Stop.
Yeah.
For that
You
many
keep.
people, I feel like it's cheap. And
Yeah,
alcohol.
and this might be like the first little cracks in their relationship that probably shouldn't have happened anyway. Like you're cheap, and then you're out here being goofy when I want to be laid up with you. I didn't really like the cringe note, with the check boxes. Yeah, he's off to a bad start. They say you're in the doghouse on day one, and that's tough.
That's embarrassing. But then he has shots for Harry because Harry's like, "No, she's mad at you." And he's like, "Yeah, because Harry can read women, not like, oh, he didn't need to drag Harry like that."
Points are made. Look, if we gonna fire and shoot shots, everybody
He
can catch
didn't
one, I
miss,
guess. Yeah,
unfortunately. He didn't
he
miss.
didn't.
He
He
just missed
didn't
the check.
miss. Yeah, but it's okay. Harry gonna have the last laugh when she start looking in other directions. You better start paying attention, Culver.
Yep, 100%. And yeah, this is like our romance corner. I feel like that's where all our relationships are standing. Um and I just love also side note, Cheffy says, "Why couldn't the captain just fall in love with me instead?"
They
Truer words have
they
not been spoken.
they will not let this man breathe. Captain Jason, let this man be thick and single. That's all he want to do.
His
That man said
thighs, they save
he's too
lives.
he's too voluptuous for these to just be letting anybody have him. Captain Jason, you stay, you go, boy. Hold on to your prize. Don't let these people
Oh
have it
my
just
god.
willy nilly.
Hold on to your flower.
Yeah, to your flower, Captain Jason. Maintain your innocence, bud.
What is wrong with us? We are so
I don't know.
correct.
It's so funny.
Um,
They just so sexualize this man so much. I mean, when the second group tries to do it, he like legit leaves. He's like, I can't do this tonight. Sorry.
Absolutely not. Okay. So it's just I appreciate how they're all completely lost it and it's only 2 weeks
Hmm.
left or 2 charters I think left.
Yes.
And they have completely just we've gone off the rails, baby. And then Joao the next morning does ask, like during charter day, ask Cheffy to go on a date. And Cheffy says, I thought we were being casual. What happened? And I will say this is
Mm.
how I ended up in a relationship once, when I was like, "Yes, I finally kissed a boy that I didn't know, and it was random." And then we dated for 6 months.
Uh-huh. And that's very much what's about to happen here. Cause she's like,
Yeah.
so I thought this was casual. And he like, no, you didn't. And she's like, oh, you're so annoying. Like, yep.
She's so funny because 'cause I'll tell you, I hate saying anything lovey-dovey to people. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm Zarina in a relationship, and I see how frustrating I can be now, and I don't care.
And I think the crazy part about it too is that he's the same way with her. It's not like she's negging
Yes.
and he's like falling over her. He's
Oh,
like
that's the
negging
worst,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like they're licking chocolate off of each other at this point. And he's like, so you want to go on a date? She's like, something casual. He goes, I mean, if you want to call it casual, and she's like, oh, I hate that I like him. You know, it's like, yeah, because you don't want to call it casual. You
Mhm.
like him. La, 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 la. Joe is the guy. He's the king, and y'all, all of y'all in the chat, I know y'all are coming in next week hot. Y'all are gonna yell at me,
Yes.
but I don't care. Right now, City Boys up.
No, absolutely not. What do you mean? No, no, no. You trying to slip that one past me. Jamie is holding our torch. That's our Lori Harvey, okay?
She really is.
Oh my god. What is wrong with
Meanwhile,
us?
she's like, Jamie Bradbury. Ooh, I wonder how my last name would sound.
Well, that's how you breadcrumb. You gotta give
Whipped.
them.
Yeah, whipped. She
She's
whipped.
not saying it to him.
No, no, that's how you know she whipped.
Listen, no, you have to tell his friends so that his friends tell him, "Oh,
uh,
she's so whipped." Meanwhile, you're out here doing dirt. Come on.
we're ridiculous.
Woo! I'm married. It's okay. I made it. I
Yeah.
left it behind. Um, but that like wraps up kind of our charter one and our
Mhm.
romance. Now we have next charter, and this is where it gets juicy, everyone. So we have a preference sheet meeting. It is in San Francisco based friend group where the co-primaries are Zara and Melissa. They'll be enjoying a girls trip with some friends, which I was like, ah, yay, yay. Like below deck
Yup.
and girls trips. It's just when
Mhm.
will we break, when will we be freed from the shackles of
Be better,
patriarchy?
women. Be better.
Please. Okay. But this happens. It does happen. I can't even lie on this. So they'll be enjoying a girls' trip with plenty of dietary restrictions. Someone is even semi kosher, which I was like, what does semi kosher mean?
That was so odd. I was ready to ask you about that. There were so
Yeah.
many dietary restrictions. I was confused because I don't know how you like. Where do you draw the line if you're semi kosher?
She just says she doesn't eat pork, which what that
That
means that
doesn't
she eats kosher style is all that means. It's not keeping kosher.
right.
Um,
That's interesting.
Shoshana,
I had never
please.
heard that before.
Yeah, I don't know what's Matt. Actually, I might keep semi kosher because like I eat kosher meat only, but I don't.
Mhm.
But I eat at non kosher restaurants. It's just I
Yeah.
eat vegetarian there. So even I'm breaking kashrut rules, but still, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So you do you. The point is she doesn't eat pork, which I think a lot of Jews like, yeah, don't eat pork. Like that's their like kosher style. But anyway, just
Mhm.
wild. Because I was excited to be like, oh, how are they gonna, how is Zarina gonna serve her? Like what goes on? And turns
Mhm.
out Zarina just gives a vegetarian stuff. And she's like, no, I eat meat, just not pork. So I was like,
Right.
wah, wah, wah.
But then someone was gluten free, I think, and then someone was
Yes.
lactose intolerant, which I'm sure we're
Mhm.
about to get into.
Oh my god, right? Because they've requested a Mad Tea Party and a Thunder from Down Under, which I went on record with Rob saying that is what I would want, like a Thunder from
Okay.
Down Under performance or some
Mhm.
version of that. Like, yes, but not from the crew. I would be like, we're
Right. Like
paying
you would like bring in the
extra.
strippers. Yeah,
Yes,
that makes sense.
correct. I know one in Tulsa, but he's in Tulsa. So anyway, and then Margot is also back to being number 3 because this Asia says, like, listen, this is kind of your punishment because you don't get fired, you get the disco helmet, and I think it's time for you to, go back down a little bit. Then the guests also asked to be served in Speedos as soon as they get on the boat. And then they're like, Culver, who's dating who? And Culver was like, I have a missus on the boat, Chappell.
Yes, Culver. Yes. He's like, look, I got a wife now. I'm wifed up. Her
I
name
locked
is
down the
Jamie.
baddest.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and she locked down because she like it. She like it here. And so they're like, ooh, yeah, this
Oh
was
my
fun.
God.
This was like the last bit of fun they had before it got ratchet.
Yes, because now it's time for the Mad Hatter Tea Party. Looks wise, beautiful. Food wise, amazing. And then Luca, I feel like, is dressed up in a sexy woman's Mad Hatter outfit, but I don't know. Vibes only, baby. Then they have some side conversation about cheese. Okay. And G goes, I don't need you to tell me about my body. Like, I got it. Okay. But that, I was actually not on G's side. I was on, I think Sarah is her name. I
Yeah,
think that was
Sarah.
her chiping up the whole time. But anyway, the other primary, who I think was like kind of just being like, this is a lot of cheese, G. Like, are you good? Or, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I know my body. You don't have to tell me. So that was a weird interaction, but I'm not, again, like, we might not have got everything. And then G goes to Cheffy. I feel like it is the most normal conversation. And Cheffy says that too. And she's like, hey, can you just let me know if there's dairy so that I'll just take my pills?
Mhm.
Normal ass conversation. And Sarah and the other primary, Melissa, go, aren't you lactose intolerant? If you're lactose intolerant, why can pills make it better?
Right. Looks around. Excuse me?
If you have cancer, how can chemotherapy make it better?
Why y'all in my business is what I'm really wondering about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then G goes, well, I think I do because I have massive diarrhea and I will blow up. She did not need to say that. Sarah, you stupid, stupid lady. You are so
mhm.
evil. And here's the thing, I know people, this actually at an old job, this happened where a, a boss told a person they supervise that lactose intolerance isn't real, right?
Oh my God. Well, I've heard people say gluten free ain't real either. I'm like,
Let me call my friend Jason,
yeah, they're like
who will
gluten
tell
allergies
you.
aren't real. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay.
be for real, everyone. And then all of a sudden, it's like they were looking for a reason to blow up at her because they are screaming. They're like, you suck. And how can you not put this on your sheet? That makes us look bad. Blah, blah, blah. Girl, she is just spewing hot garbage, Chappelle.
Did some point that someone said we drew straws because nobody wanted to room with
Sarah,
you? I
it's
was like, what
Sarah.
the hell, man? Like, this is supposed to be vacation. Why would you say that to somebody? Are you okay?
No, she's not. And here's the thing, y'all. And, I know people are going to flame me, and I don't care. Because the only Asian woman, they're all white, I believe, from what it looks like, right? And I could be very wrong, and that's fine. But it was giving the weaponizing of their whiteness and just like going in on her for no reason. And I was like, she's the only Asian woman. And then being like, no one wanted her on. Why? And she
Yeah.
could be annoying. Am I saying she couldn't be? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the optics look horrendous.
It really does. And sometimes you have to take yourself out of situations because of the optics. You
Yes.
have to say, does this look really bad? Because if it does, then it could be perceived as that by that person too. So the moment it got to the point where I believe somebody was like, well, I wanted her to be here, and Sarah yells, you're the only one who likes her. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, because y'all could have this conversation and she didn't need to come. Like, you don't have her in a space where she doesn't feel safe.
Where
It's
it's not
automatically right.
exactly.
Like, if y'all don't all like her, then that's unsafe for her mentally or whatever, emotionally. And I'm not saying she's in physical harm's way. But I'm saying,
No.
like, bro, there are happier places that she can be instead of around people who don't like her. Everybody's been around somebody who they don't like or who dislikes them, and it's awkward and it feels weird. And if there's any type of semblance that this could be taken as something that is not, or something that it
Mhm.
is and it's really bad, then you don't need to be involving people in that. So yeah, this was bad all around. It was bad because Zarina even says, like, I think it was Aisha was like, are they really making this big of a deal over this woman being lactose intolerant? Like, is this really what we're doing? Absolutely, it's what they're doing.
Yeah, it was so bad. And I just like want to go in a hole and die because how can y'all just come at her? And then Zara is the only person that's actually I feel like pushing to make her feel protected and goes and apologizes to her and says like I'm so sorry this happened, like this shouldn't have happened, like let's move on. Pathetic.
They spent half
Pathetic.
of the first day of the trip just arguing and fighting, and it's so bad. I think Sarah doesn't even join them later on because she's like sleeping off her alcohol.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't like this at all. This is like this again, like give me drama, but it felt like y'all was jumping that girl. Get off of her, at some point, let her be. She said she's good. She's gonna take a pill, leave her alone. But it looked like they were looking for a reason, or they was already, like you said, she could be, maybe she's annoying, maybe she's annoying as hell. But you're looking for a reason to blow up with her on a vacation. It's not great.
100%. It was giving planned attack. And I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
like that. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't like it. It was disrespectful. And what do y'all care if she's lactose intolerant? Like,
Right.
what does that, how is that messing up your life?
It
I
has
don't
nothing to do with
understand.
you. It just has
Yeah.
nothing to do with you. I mean, maybe she's one of those people who like I can't won't shut up about it. So they're like, well, why are you doing this if you
Sure.
know it's bad? But again, it felt like you already had these conversations amongst each other. Maybe be adults and talk about it with her. Like, hey,
Hmm.
we understand that you don't like you're lactose intolerant, but you be talking about it a lot for somebody who always, doing XYZ. Maybe before you get on the trip, or maybe just shut the hell up and tell her like when she goes to talk to you about it, you'd be like, hey, I'm good. I don't want to talk about you being lactose intolerant. You can be an adult. It just was very
And
odd. It was a very odd way to handle it.
yeah. And Sarah was drunk as hell because she can't
Yeah.
even open her eyes for the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing, Sarah. You should be so embarrassed, and I hope you're sending G an apology.
Mm-hmm.
Cause how dare you? Okay. And then I love that Zara's like maybe she's an effing, and does she call her the C word? I
I
don't
didn't.
know.
I didn't catch it. I don't know what she said, but she was
Yeah.
cussing her out.
Um, yeah. No, she's like maybe she's an effing C, but I like whatever. I think it was a C word, but I could be wrong. And then in all this
Mm-hmm.
craziness, they missed the floating peach. Be serious, everyone. How embarrassing. Okay. And stop dragging people for their dietary restrictions. It's silly. You don't like this girl is keeping semi kosher. Why is she not being dragged then?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
stop. They just all I think wanted an excuse to go off on her, and that is exactly what happened.
Yep, that's what happened, and it looked
Pathetic.
bad.
And
And
then we
now they
get to
embarrass themselves
yep,
on TV.
yep. And now I hope they get dragged to hell. Then we get dinner, and of course, again, the dinner is nice. I do feel like sometimes the chef is like making it's a kind of a little bit of a copy paste with her food, but it's good. So I'm not gonna complain. And then the
Mm.
boys have been asked to wear the budgie smugglers. And I put this in my notes because I was like, if one of them has a disease, the whole boat is getting it right at this point because the amount of times they have shared all of this is so gross. Like, are they wearing cups underneath or something? Because this is so
No.
nasty to me.
Well, we're assuming Margot is washing the clothes, right? She's down there doing the laundry, so
Yeah.
potentially it's getting done, and so it's clean? Question mark. I don't know. I'm just not out here wearing other
Thumbs
people's
up.
drawers. Yes.
I absolutely could never. It's fine. Okay, they look amazing in it. Like Jason, of course, is hiding, and Aisha was like, "You better hide, because they will ruin you." Okay, it's like
Yeah.
throw him to the wolves, basically. And then the boys show up, and I love that they're like, "We need to tie this really tight because they might pull on it." And Culver's like, "If they pull on it, I'll see what happens." Culver probably wanted, a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, let me show it off a little."
Also, Culver, you just got a girlfriend yesterday. Maybe, be a little bit more modest. You out here oh yeah, I hope they pull on my dick. It's like, sir, what about your girlfriend who's
Basically,
inside the boat? Maybe you should care a little bit more about that. Who knows?
maybe, but he won't. Okay, let's be serious. And then, of course, they go crazy when they see them. And one of them, maybe that's the divorcee because they're celebrating a divorce. Someone goes under the table to the boys. I mean, that is more than thirsty. Like, what is past thirsty?
Oh, I wasn't she yelling about having balls in her mouth?
Yeah. That's what Luca said. Yes.
Yeah, thirsty, hungry. She's all of the above. She's out here trying to have a good time,
She's
but at the
licking
same
Harry's
time,
nipple. Like, oh my God, girl.
listen,
You're
live your
being
life, lady.
filmed. But she's
Yeah,
being
but we do see you. We do
filmed.
see you. We do see you,
Yeah.
ma'am. The sun is out. We can
I
tell.
think
We
it's
can see
funny, I
this.
promise. But it's just she just like it all in her face. And I wish the best for my girl.
Yeah, look, we love a woman who can go out here and enjoy herself. I'm very proud of her. Live your life, queen.
But just, we don't get recorded. Okay. Come on, girl. Um and then, unless you're getting paid for it, like the other charter guests. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
daddy. But besides that, we also, the last thing I feel like about this, that I at least have, is that the deck team is doing really well. They've all complimented each other. Joao even tells Captain, like, you know what, you were right. We did need an experienced hand because now I'm not relying on Culver as much, and he can do whatever, honestly, the hell he wants at this point because we're good. So, +1 to deck team. And of course, Captain's always right. I love it. Okay, anything else, Chappelle, about these two episodes?
No, this was so much fun. Again, we got to
Yes,
talk about
agreed.
the relationship corner was popping. So that was fun. I'm still holding out hope for my boy Joel to end this season on top, because I know I got to
We
prove
might
all
on
my haters wrong.
Margot.
Oh no, stop it. Stop wishing, stop what was it? Praying on their downfall. This man has
I'm
found happiness.
not.
Serena is happy. Let them be happy, Sasha. Why you hating?
The mid-season trailer was hating. I'm just bringing it
Listen,
back up as, a serious
digitally
journalist.
altered footage, Sasha. It was digitally altered. It could have been AI.
Not the AI. Shut up.
What was it? Deep fake
It
love.
wasn't me, 2023 version.
Yes, deep fake love. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, I hate this. But yes, an amazing episode. Messy enough. We hope you enjoyed it. And of course, we'll be back next week live. We missed you, chat. We missed all of you and your ridiculous comments, but it's okay. I do have something that I feel like should be getting my flowers for, Chappelle,
Okay.
because we have a trailer for Below Deck Med.
Yes.
And guess who is the chief stew to me, who
Who?
I called
To
out
me?
last week?
You did.
Yes,
Hey.
I believe this is the first Black woman to be a chief stew on all of Below
Okay.
Deck.
Yes.
So again, we don't know if we're gonna cover it yet. I feel like we at least need 150 reviews to have this conversation, and we're at 112. So
Right.
the thing is, help us out, get to at least 150 so that Rob knows that, please help us out. Get us to 150 so we can tell Rob that we got to keep covering this stuff, okay? And the trailer looks very, very fun. It's gonna come on September 25th, it looks like. And so that's when this is gonna be ending. And so in a few weeks. So we're gonna get Captain Sandy, of course, is gonna be back on the Mystique. I do believe is that's the boat name. And season 7 cast member Kyle and Natalia are going to be back. They're pretty messy and fun, so they'll be there. And Toomey will be back. And then, are you ready for one of the boys? Luca
Okay.
will be on.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did that happen? Okay, I guess he's jumping ship.
And there's gonna be some like hookups and stuff going on. So with Luca. So I think it's gonna be messy. And Toomey and Natalia seem to be having a fight over like Chief Stew versus here's how I think you should do things right, blah blah blah. So Toomey, I am a shooter for Toomey. I will die for her. So can't wait. Can't wait. Get excited, everyone. It's coming. And yeah, I called it maybe, who knows. Um, that is like our social media corner as well. And with that, please get us to 150 5-star reviews. Okay,
150.
don't play us, please. If you have constructive criticism, you can write it, but 5 stars only. All right.
Yes.
And with that, Chappelle, anything else?
No, it was a great time. Again, hopefully we have our esteemed guest with us next week. And then if we get to 150, let's do below deck man. Let's see what we can do. We gotta please the boss
Ooh,
man.
okay.
And so let's see what happens
Yes.
here. But I'm excited to try to see if we can make it over there.
100%. Listen, it's gonna be a fun season. I can't wait for you to interact with the captain. I'll just say that.
I'm
And
excited.
with that, Chappelle, where can the people find you?
You can find me here on Rob Has a Podcast. I was recently on the most recent Big Brother recap on the Wednesday episode. I am covering Netflix shows with Rob every week on Nothing But Netflix. Rob and I just started our own daily Suits podcast, recap podcast. And so if you like the show Suits on Netflix, formerly on USA, then go to suitspodcast.com and subscribe and add us on Facebook at our suitspodcast.com/Facebook and follow us on Twitter at SuitsPod. And then, of course, on post show recaps, I'm talking about The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. It just started up. Mari and I are still covering shows on the Connect on post show recaps. So we're going to be talking about The Changeling with Lakeith Stanfield and The Other Black Girl on Hulu. And so check those things out as well. And follow me on Twitter at Chappelle's_show, where I'll tweet out the links to everything else.
Can't wait. Okay. And as for me, you can follow me on Twitter at funsize_04. I'm always on Mess Magnets talking celebrity gossip, hot topics. We talk Joe Jonas divorce. Okay. Everything. We're talking about it with Kirsten McKennis. And I wrapped up, everyone. Thank God. Special Ops Lioness with Jason Reed over on Post Show Recaps. So check that out. And I was a guest on 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, we're just, here we are back again on before the 90 days this week. So check that out. And for everything else I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter and you'll know. Thank you, everyone, for listening.